we must admit that somewhere in there, the Jonathan Kuminga thing may be resolved. And so we'll see what happens there, because that could change the dynamic one way or the other. From what I have been led to believe by certain people, the Warriors have pretty much done all their homework on what the possibilities are. They've explored all the options and even have sort of a list of, I guess, the best possible outcome down, they're ranking the outcome, like the outcome. Now, they can't pull the trigger now, obviously, because they can't do anything until January 15th. And there still has to be an opportunity for them to change those numbers or that chart, because there may be trades between now and January 15th that could affect the whole trading dynamic in the league.
How likely do you believe it is that he'll be dealt on that day? Like, it's going to take some time, correct? I'm sure they've talked to teams, players.
Yes.
They have their whiteboard with players that they want for JK, maybe teams that they would want to trade with when it comes to Jonathan Kuminga. But how likely is it that it gets done? I'll just say, end of the homestand is January 20th. I'll ask you, January 20th, when the Warriors get ready to host the Raptors, back end of a back-to-back, I gave you, say, hey, put a percentage on it. What's the percentage that JK still on the roster on January?
40. The only thing that could slow it down, I think, is if, again, there's trades made between now and the 15th that impact something on their board. Because they kind of know who's interested, and they kind of know what they're interested in. And they kind of know what they're going to have to give up besides JK. So let's just take a chance. Let's say it's Portland, because that's one of the teams that are said to be in the mix. Who does Portland give up? Well, I think the guy you look at first is Jeremy Grant. Could he help the Warriors? I think Jeremy Grant's a good player. I'll say he's not going to come in and change the dynamic in the locker room or anything like that. But put it this way, if you got Jacob on the bench every night, he's in your rotation, and you go from there. Ideally, though, the key is going to be, can they get someone who can also make some noise in the paint? That's going to be the hard part. It's reached the point now where whose minutes does JK take?
Well, just at this point, when you know you're going to trade him, why risk putting him out there?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think that's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Number one thing, because he could play over some of these guys on his roster.
Yes.